Okay, y'all, who heard about tic-tac-toe is being sued? I just heard about it. I shared it for the people that may be interested. If I had to guess, no one is really interested in anything like that, are they? But I am, you know. That family. How many kids did they say? Let me see if I can play it. Well, I'll play it in a minute. I'll play it in a second. But certain things I am interested in. That's one of them. Because it's the right thing. You know? I gotta realize a lot of people is for the wrong thing. Okay? Maybe they was treated wrong. Maybe the wrong things was done to them. Maybe wrong is all they know. Some folk wrong is they don't understand nothing but wrong. Ain't no right in them. And, folk like that are very popular. Y'all should see the people that gather around folk like that. They're very popular. They call themselves kings and queens and, they're your family and all that. I don't fall for any of that. I know what a king is. I know what a queen is. I have yet to see one on an app anywhere in the world. You know why you don't see them on no app? Because they too busy ruling. They're too busy ruling whatever province that they're ruling. Now there's a lot of fraudulent and fake people calling themselves, all this and that, but doesn't mean that they're that. And I can call myself, Billy D. Williams. It don't mean I'm Billy D. Williams. I don't know how they're doing that. It's none of my business. I'm not the least bit concerned with stuff like that. But I am concerned about what I share. Things like that, somebody got to be concerned about it. I mean, if folks, well, I don't even want to get into that. But I hope they win their lawsuit. I really do. I mean, tic-tac-toe is being sued left and right. Okay? I don't think they should limit it to tic-tac-toe. They should cover every app. They should all be held accountable. Believe me, the same folks is on the other apps too. It's not like they're just on tic-tac-toe. They aren't. You got that same element of people dispersed on every app. There is. If there's a way for them to get $1 out of it, they're going to be there. And nothing else matters. Well, the way I see it for that family, nothing else matters except that these apps pay up and let the penalty be substantial. They need to pay very substantial penalties. I would be curious to know what President Donald Trump has to say about it. He seems like he's a decent enough man when it comes to life and death. If I had to guess, he's going to say, well, no, something about that is not right. I mean, I'm sure he's probably gotten wind of it. They need to look at all of these apps and everybody on them. Let me tell you about YouTube. What they want you to do now is verify. And somebody said, well, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. When I get back in there, I'm going to tell you what that means. When they say they want you to verify. But let's get back on this right now. Personally, I'm glad that tic-tac-toe is being sued. I'm very glad about that. I'm thinking about those seven kids? Let me see how many kids it was. And then I'm going to tell you what these different apps are trying to coerce me into doing. Now, y'all can do it. Do whatever it is that these apps want you to do, right? Isn't that what those kids did? Isn't that what those kids did? Those innocent kids that were 17 and under. None of them were 18. Let me see if I can find the thing. Because I shared it. So that means that I should be able to find it since I shared it. Hold on. And y'all know I don't just share anything. You know, like what these different people are doing, I'm not interested in sharing any of that. What's the point of it? They want to be seen, some they won't, or whatever it is. Here it is right here. It says six, okay, there's 6 families about the choking challenge. But let me tell y'all what YouTube is wanting me to do. I'm not gonna do it, but let me press mute. I'm not gonna do it, but let me tell you what. Let me show y'all. I'm gonna read it verbatim. What they want me to do. I'm sure a lot of people have done all of that. I'm never gonna do it. I'll never do it. Now I don't know who the CEO of YouTube is, whatever his name is, which I heard it the other day. Apparently I don't even remember it. But there's nothing he can say that would make me do that. Who's the CEO of Google? There's nothing he can say that would make me want to do that. You know? There just isn't. But I'm gonna let y'all see for yourself. Well, not see. The apps don't want you to know certain stuff. Y'all do know that, right? Certain stuff they don't want you to know. Let me see. Because the other day this stuff wouldn't play. If it wouldn't play yesterday, if it wouldn't play the other day, it shouldn't play today either, right? Yeah, here it is right here. It says, take a few minutes to verify your age. To view this video, please provide more info so we can be sure you're an adult. Okay, so they have right here, verify age. When I click verify age, this is what comes up. It takes me to Google. Okay, wait a minute, what are they saying? Okay, here it is. Yeah, it takes me to Google. So Google is in on this too, you know? As if they don't have enough of your information. Now, what they want is, they're saying, use your ID. Share an image of your government-issued ID. No, I will not. Like a driver's license or passport. No, I will never do it. Ever. Ever. Okay? Here's the other option. Use your credit card. No, I will not. I have never put my credit card in anything has to do with Google or YouTube, okay? Whatever free trials they have, whatever it is, free this, free that, try this out, try that out. I'm not interested in giving them any of my information. It's mine, okay? It says use your credit card. You won't be charged. No, I won't be charged because you're not going to get it. Any transaction fee will be refunded. There's no need to refund it because you're never going to get it in the first place to refund it. Here's the other one. Take a selfie. Google partners with a company that specializes in estimating age. Okay? They will not get a selfie either. Okay? They will not get a selfie either. Now, I'm sure they have access to my photos on my phone. Are there pictures of me on my phone? No, I'm not conceited like that. But let's find out what company it is, okay? What company does Google use that specializes in estimating the age. I'm just wondering, is there an answer to that? What company does Google, and Google owns YouTube. So when you say one, it's synonymous with the other. You can't separate the two. I mean, you can, but you can't. Depending on what products and all of that, but it's all the same. I see it all the same. I look at Google as YouTube and YouTube as Google. I don't trust either one of them, honestly, or the people on them. But I'm just curious. And there should be a record of that. Shouldn't there be a record of that? What company does Google use to verify age? Okay, what does it say? Um, Let me see what is being said here about this. A lot of people may not know that. It says here Google uses its own machine learning technology to estimate the age of users based on their behavior and interaction across its products. Now, that's not what I just read. Such as search history and video viewing patterns. The system is part of Google's broader initiative to enhance online safety for minors. Well, that's already deceptive because that's not what I just read. That's not what I just read. Now, I don't need a blogger to explain this to me. I know what I just read. I know what I just saw. Y'all need bloggers to, what, skew things and I guess make you think that everything is so safe and all of that. I got sense enough to know that Tic Tac Toe is not the only app, okay, that should be held accountable. There's not a blogger that will ever change my mind about that on any app, anywhere in the world. According to this, Google employs its own machine learning technology to estimate the age of users. The system analyzes various signals associated with the user's account, such as search history and video viewing patterns, to determine if a user is likely under or over the age of 18. The company has developed this age estimation model internally. Okay, so why are they being deceptive? Because that's not what I just read. That is not what I just read. And y'all heard me read it. It's their own thing. It's done internally. It belongs to them. It's their proprietary property. So why are they trying to deceive me into believing that they've partnered with another company? And they have not done that. Okay, focusing on user privacy and not collecting new types of data. Well, aren't they trying to get my name and my picture and my credit card number? Make any of this make sense? Okay, so I know better. I know better. But yeah, I do hope that that those families, okay, are able to hold these different social media platforms accountable. Apparently, there's obvious deception. There is obvious deception. Let me click the back arrow. There's obvious deception. And here's the deception. They're saying right here, what does it say? This is coming from YouTube, which is Google. To view this video, please provide more info so we can be sure you're an adult. And then it has learn more. So let me click learn more. Before I did verify age, let me do learn more. But when I click verify age, it says, well, it gives you those three options to get my information, right? My private information. According to this, it says, for more information, they just basically lied. I mean, I know what I read earlier. I didn't just make that up, I read it. But let me see if I can take it back again. Anyway, I've already read it, so I don't have to read it again. But I'll hit refresh because I want to know what did they do with that. I want to know what they did with it. They claim that they've partnered. The way that they're wording it, it makes it seem like it's not them that's doing it, but it is them that's doing it. And I don't see the thing anymore. Let me change accounts. So it's the deception and deceit for me. It's the lies for me. It's the trickery. It's the same thing that you see the people that are logging on to the app, they're doing just what the app does. They're deceiving and deceptive. Okay? There are lies and all kind of awful things that are done. And the app doesn't want to take any responsibility for anything at all that's done on the applications. Make that make sense. They have all this technology and they don't want to take any accountability at all. You damn right. I hope they win. I hope every family gets paid a substantial, and I do mean a substantial amount of money. And that's my prerogative. I'm not under anyone's influence. There's no blogger trying to persuade me that everything is okay and all this stuff is safe and all of that. Well, for whatever reason, I guess it's trying to play it on this one. It wouldn't play the other one. So I don't know. Apparently there's ways around it. Okay? Here's the video now. It's playing. I didn't enter anything. I didn't enter a thing. All I did was change accounts. All I did was go to a different account and now it's playing. Okay? So you can't make heads or tails out of it. Okay? It's impossible to. But if the day ever come that, you know, I have to make a choice between watching a video or providing my credit card or my government ID or taking selfies, believe me, I'll take the third option. I'll turn the app off before I do that. Okay? And the bloggers can feel however they want to feel about it. Let them brainwash and influence and convince somebody else. There's a lot of feeble-minded people out there. Aren't they already gathered up around these folks? Okay?